We are here at the Viscoil Spring Conference in sunny Bakersfield, California. A full day of presentations about Viscoil's new and exciting crude oil upgrading technology are about to begin. Viscoil crude oil upgrading technology is a revolutionary technology created by Viscoil scientists that make it possible to refine medium to heavy crude oil with outcomes similar to a light crude. But before the presentations begin, we are headed out to the field to see this process in action. Here we are in the field, a very exciting day. Our guests are here to see Viscoil upgrading technology firsthand. Samples are being taken of the modified crude that has been processed by the VPD, or Viscoil processing device.
The heavy crude oil, when it passes through the Viscoil processing device, it gets converted into the light crude oil by using hydroacoustic and electromagnetic technology. There will be an increase in lighter components such as light gas oil, specifically a diesel oil. There will be increase from 20 to 40%, increasing the lighter component, and particularly there will be a decrease in the residue of the crude oil.
For every barrel of crude you have, one barrel in is a barrel out, but you can maximize what you get from each barrel if the refineries maximize the technology. Just like when you have cell phones or any other advancements in technology, this industry is going through a process where they're using expansive technologies so that you have the same amount of input, creating more output, more useful output. And so the more of it you can produce, it lowers your price. And so by lowering the price, lowering the emissions, lowering the energy needed to generate that commodity, it's good for the community.
Now, these samples will be taken to Zalco laboratories for analysis, and the results will be revealed in a few hours during the conference. Now, some of the results expected are things like increase in distillation yield, reductions in viscosity, reductions in residue, and an increase in gas oil.
This Viscoil company take that worst crude oil and converting into a very profitable, lighter fractions by which not only the oil companies, but all of us will benefit.
Scott Thompson, a guest from Houston, Texas, is here to learn more about Viscoil technology, especially its effect on crude oil below 21 API.
The lower ends of a barrel of crude ends up being road material like asphalt, and that's not very profitable. So you want to get as much yield out of a barrel of crude, the high-end products, to increase the profitability, and especially if you're in the refining business. But in theory, it's extremely exciting, and that's really what we need in the United States. We use so much of our barrels for transportation fuel. We can take heavy crude, which is a cheaper crude, and you can get more transportation fuels out of it. We can get more out of a barrel of crude. It would reduce our imports. It's going to be interesting to see what the results are.
After returning from the VPD field test, the conference participants attended a series of presentations on the history of the Viscoil company, the science behind the VPD technology, and the strategies and partnerships needed for its commercial application.
This is one of its kind, the Viscoil technology. You cannot find anywhere in the world. I honestly can tell that for last 1 year of my association with this company, I'm impressed. How to get Viscoil profitable, environmentally sound, and we can solve the world's problem.
Tap-threaded holes in the entire assembly. As long as the pump is running, this box is capturing the data every 5 seconds about shaft speed, temperature, vibration of the entire assembly. Wherever these go worldwide, 24/7, we know the exact state of health, the exact state of performance of that equipment.
Table has developed from a one-man independent surveying company into a multidisciplinary service provider with offices and laboratories strategically located throughout the world. Our headquarters is located in Rotterdam, the Netherlands, and we do have right now currently a network of about 126 offices and 62 laboratories globally.
This has been an extremely informative session, I think, for all in terms of understanding where we are and what we've accomplished to date, and to a certain extent to understand where we need to go.
After the morning presentations and then a leisurely lunch outside, we asked a few of the guests what they thought so far.
The thing I love about it is, one, that it's innovative. It is the right thing to do because everybody on the planet, I believe, is going to benefit once this thing is in place.
Conference guest Pierre Dupont is exploring the integration of Viscoil technology in the U.S. and China. A frequent visitor to China, he foresees significant business opportunities in the import of heavy crude and financial benefits for the Chinese government by utilizing VPD equipment to modify heavy crude.
Came out here to learn about the technology and the business, and I gotta say it's very impressive. Technology clearly fills a huge need to extract greater value from a given quantity of oil, better environmental impact, and so on. There are all kinds of challenges the company faces, and it seems to be very well set up to address these, of how you gain adoption, how you get your early customers, how you finance it.
That afternoon, while test results were being processed, the Viscoil panel and conference attendees participated in a lively question and answer session. I've just been told the results of the test are back. Let's go inside and listen.
This one here is feedstock, 52.6, that's what we got.
The field test results from Zalco Laboratories were in and shared with the conference. They showed a reduction of incubation time to 4 hours. The distillation was done 4 hours after the feedstock was processed through the VPD, and the recovery of distillates was 60% for the modified crude, compared to 47% for the feedstock, or non-modified crude. Additionally, we also see that specific gravity stayed the same, 0.98. After the presentation of test results, we got reactions from some of the attendees. Masoud Bukai works with the Middle East market, particularly United Arab Emirates, where there is strong interest in modifying crude oil from 20 to 31 API, as well as sale of the modified crude on the market.
Like everyone else, at first it's like too good to be true, and then you start digging into it and you start understanding the technology behind it and the potential results, and it's just a game changer.
Ramiro Luke, a conference attendee working with Brazil, Ecuador, Colombia, and Peru, is interested in the effect of Viscoil technology on heavy crude 10 to 21 API, and specifically the increase of distillates like diesel and gas oil, which could provide large financial benefits to those countries. He's planning to have contracts with the refineries for the installation of Viscoil equipment by November of 2011.
I didn't realize it was so amazing. I mean, when you hear this at the first time, you say, this is like magic. I mean, it can't be true. But I saw it myself, and it definitely works.
Well, it's been a very informative day with exciting new developments. Viscoil processing technology has now made it possible to upgrade medium and heavy crude oil in an environmentally and positive way. Thanks for watching, and for more information, go to viscoil.com.